Speaking of big money, President Obama is raking some in today during a fundraising blitz. He's in Atlanta right now ahead of 2 receptions and a $36,000 a plate dinner at the home of a wealthy film producer. Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry updates the money chase.
On a rare day, he was campaigning in the same state as some of his Republican rivals. President Obama was back in Chicago.
Hello, Chicago!
Ripping the entire GOP field just 4 days before the now critical Illinois primary.
My message to all the candidates is welcome to the land of Lincoln. Because I'm thinking maybe some Lincoln will rub off on them while they are here.
The president cast himself as the only candidate in the mold of Abraham Lincoln for pushing big, bold ideas and standing up for the little guy, while he mocked his opponents as going to bat for the rich and getting consumed by petty fights.
You may be watching some of this avalanche of attack ads and think this is not appealing to the better angels of our nature. But hope springs eternal.
Of course, the charge of negative campaigning came just one day after the president himself alleged Republicans who disagree with him on energy are part of the Flat Earth Society.
People in this country are hurting, and all this president can do is talk about a flat earth. Look, it's time to have a president who has an energy policy, get the prices down so people can afford energy in this country. Look, this is a president that's full of rhetoric, but his results are being shown right now, and they're pretty bad.
The president spent the entire day at 5 fundraisers expected to net his reelection campaign $5.5 million. Mere hours after spokesman Jay Carney again claimed the president is spending most of his time on official duties.
I think it ebbs and flows depending on what the schedule allows. But
the president is ebbing toward more and more fundraising, in part because his campaign is spending vast sums of money on staff, ads, and organization, a high burn rate as it's known in the campaign world. In January, the president's re-elect team raised $11.9 million but spent $17.7 million for a burn rate of 158%. In January of his re-election year, President George W. Bush raised $12.9 million and spent just $7.6 million for a burn rate of 60%. Worth noting that in January, Mitt Romney had a burn rate that was even worse, 289%. But he's in a contested primary. The president is not. That's why next week all eyes will be on the new fundraising numbers that come out from the Obama camp. We'll get a look at what he had in February, Brett.
Ed Henry live on the North Lawn. Ed, thank you.